have a great time, you have fun, you enjoy the monologues, and yeah, just relax and enjoy it.
V-Day is a global movement to end violence against women and girls that raises funds and awareness through benefit productions of playwright founder Eve Enzel's award-winning play, The Vagina Monologues. In 2006, more than 2,700 V-Day events took place in the U.S. and around the world. To date, the V-Day movement has raised over $40 million and educated millions about issues around violence against women and the efforts to end it. Crafted internationally, educationally, media and PSA campaigns launched that Camina programs in the Middle East, reopened shelters, and funded over 5,000 community-based anti-violence programs in safe homes in Kenya, South Dakota, Egypt, and Iraq. In 2006, V-Day launched the Until Violence Stops New York Festival, which invited thousands of New Yorkers to stand up and join V-Day in making New York City the safest place on earth for women and girls. The V in V-Day stands for victory, Valentine, and vagina.
V-Day is an organized response against violence against women. V-Day is a vision. We see a world where women live safely and freely. V-Day is a demand: rape, incest, battery, genital mutilation, and sexual slavery must end now. V-Day is a spirit we believe women should spend their lives creating and thriving rather than surviving or recovering from terrible atrocities. V-Day is a catalyst. By raising money and consciousness, it will unify and strengthen existing anti-violence efforts. Triggering far-reaching awareness, it will lay groundwork for new educational, protective, and legislative endeavors throughout the world. V-Day is a process. We will work as long as it takes. We will not stop until the violence stops. V-Day is a day. We proclaim Valentine's Day as V-Day to celebrate women and end the violence. V-Day is a fierce, wild, unstoppable movement and community. Join us.
I'd like to ask everyone, if you have your cell phone on, could probably please turn it off throughout the production. And as I said, enjoy, but most of all, laugh. Thank you.
I bet you're worried.
We were worried.
We were worried about vaginas.
We were worried what we think about vaginas, and even more worried that we don't think about vaginas. We were worried about our own vaginas. They needed a context of vaginas, a community, a culture of vaginas. There's so much darkness and secrecy surrounding them, like the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody ever reports back from there.
In the first place, it's not so easy to even find your vagina. Women go weeks, months, sometimes years without even looking at it. A high-powered businesswoman was interviewed. She said she was too busy. She said she didn't have the time. Looking at your vagina is a full day's work. You have to get down there on your back in front of a mirror that's standing on its own, full length preferred. You've got to get in the perfect position with the perfect light, which is then somehow shadowed by the mirror and the angle you're at. You got to get all twisted up, arching your head, killing your back. You're exhausted by then. She said she didn't have the time for that. She was busy.
So, there were the vagina interviews, which became Vagina Monologues. Over 200 women were interviewed. Older women, young women, married women, lesbians, single women, college professors, actors, corporate professionals, sex workers, African American women, Asian women, Hispanic women. Native American women, Caucasian women, Jewish women. Okay, at first, we were reluctant to talk. They were a little shy, but once they got going, you couldn't stop them. Women secretly love to talk about their vaginas. They get very excited, mainly because no one's ever asked them before.
Let's just start with the word vagina. It sounds like an infection at best. Maybe a medical instrument? Hurry, nurse, bring me the vagina. Vagina, vagina. No matter how many times you say it, it never sounds like a word you want to say. It's a totally ridiculous, completely unsexy word. If you say it during sex, trying to be politically correct, darling, could you stroke my vagina? You kill the act right there.
We were worried about vaginas, what we call them and what we don't.
In Great Neck, New York, they call it pussycat. A woman there said that her mother used to tell her, "Don't wear panties underneath your pajamas, dear. You need to air out your pussycat."
In Westchester, they call it a pookie.
In New Jersey, a twat.
There's powder box, a poochie, a poopy, a peepee, a poopaloo, a punani, a pal, and a quiche.
Toady, Dee-dee, Nishi, Dignity, Monkey Box.
A coochie snorcher. Cooter, lady.
Gladys Siegelman.
The JJ, Wee Wee, Horse Spot, Nappy Dugout.
Mongo. Mookie. A pajama. Fanny boo. Mushmallow.
A ghoulie, possible. Tamale, Totita, Connie.
A Mimi in Miami, a Snatch in the Schwab.
A split knish in Philadelphia.
A Schmied in the Bronx. A Yaki in Cameroon. A Kuma in East Africa. And a Wu in France. We're worried about vaginas.